Hello and welcome to week 6 of the AI project. Now, this is a project that we've been running on for quite a while now, and the goal is to hit that 6-month mark, and hopefully by giving ChatGPT some of these very simple prompts, it's able to pick some good stocks for us and we can actually make some money. Now, the premise of this entire experiment is we're going to ask GPT for its suggestions. And the reason why is because it's fun. And you see a lot of people on the internet talking about how you can get rich quick by using AI, you can automate your life. So we're gonna put some stuff to the test and see, is it actually able to do what everybody else says it's supposed to do? I recognize that there are probably other AI softwares that are out there that probably do a little bit of a better job than ChatGPT does, but I like GPT, I've had fun with it, so we're gonna go ahead and use the one that I'm familiar with. So with this project, what we did was we gave GPT $10,000 of fake money, and we asked it to make some picks. Now, the previous weeks, we've had a little bit of a problem where we've lost some money. So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna look and see, have we improved? Last week, we actually saw that our losses weren't as bad as they were previously, but now we have a little bit more to work with. So let's go ahead, take a peek real quick at what GPT is going to tell us, and let's review our stock picks from last week. While we look here, we can actually see that we're almost back to where we started. We're only down about $1,000. So that's a step in the right direction because you all know a few weeks back it got really bad really quick. And we can see that some of our major losers are now starting to recover a little bit. Specifically, if we look at both Nvidia and Meta, we lost a lot with them, and thank goodness we're actually starting to recover just a little bit. Most of our issue from the past few sessions has been because we're very heavily invested in tech stocks. Now, I didn't give GPT a prompt to say allocate a certain amount to a particular sector. I just said, hey, here's $10,000. How would you put this money into a portfolio? How would you try to get it to grow? And then these are the original ones that it gave us. We can see that we've already had to sell off 4 of our stocks to kind of stop some of the hemorrhaging we were having. It went downhill very quickly for a few of these. And as we look through this, we can see that we're basically about even with Amazon. We've gotten about even with Progressive. That was our big winner last week, but I don't know, maybe something happened to get it to go down. We can ask GPT what happened last week to cause it to maybe go down a little bit. And then we can see that Rivian's actually going up a little bit more. I'm thinking that might be because of the whole Tesla situation, but I don't know. I guess let's go ahead and see what GPT says. Overall, I think we're in a decent position right now. At least we're not losing as much as we had, especially with all the market volatility that was going on. The next step is to ask GPT what does it think is going to happen. So what I'm asking is I want it to look over the portfolio and tell us what we think. And then we're going to ask, should we sell anything, buy anything, etc. The reason we want to do this is we want a brief summary so that way we can double check, is this thing paying attention to the information that we put in? And it looks like it is. So it looks like we're sitting right around the same numbers. It's telling us to hold Nvidia, which is what we discussed doing before. Apple's the interesting one. Last week it didn't tell us hold with caution. So let's see. All right. So it says Apple has strong cash flow and brand loyalty, but recent iPhone demand concerns may keep pressure on the stock. If you're risk adverse, consider trimming this position. Well, I can tell you for sure that I am not a risk adverse person. We're going to see what happens. I do think that we should kind of stick with these suggestions and hold. Now let's take a peek here real quick to see what its recommendations are. So it's telling us that we should look at these companies, such as energy sector like Exxon, or we got healthcare stuff. I don't know if I want to continue messing with AI or tech stocks because, as we've seen a minute ago, most of our tech stocks were not doing super great. And then what do we see here? So consider shifting 10 to 20% of our portfolio. All right, but which one should we sell? Which one should we sell? So let's see, what does it think we should consider selling? Well, all the ones it just told us to hold. All right. We could sell off a portion of our holdings. Stocks to hold in Microsoft. The top tech leader, strong cash flow and investment, holding this dip offers potential to solid recovery. So it's recommending that we consider selling off a portion of our Nvidia stock, Apple, and Alphabet. Let's take a peek real quick and see what would happen if we did actually sell off that little piece of the puzzle, and maybe we do need to invest in something like Exxon. So let's go ahead, go back to the Google Sheet and see what kind of information we can glean from taking, we'll just say 25% off of all of them. I've gone ahead and I've put all of our stuff in. We can see here that by selling off 25% of both Nvidia, Apple, and Google, we're able to bring back up about $530. Based off of GPT's recommendation, I've gone ahead and put that in Exxon. I think that that's probably going to be a decent choice. It seems like they're doing pretty well. Not a huge person who knows like that much about them, but that's the point of this experiment, is to see what happens. So moving forward, what we're going to have is we're going to have Exxon. They're going to be part of diversifying our portfolio. The goal is to make some money. So hopefully with this purchase, we're able to get a little bit further. Now, with that being said, we need to ask a few questions. So let's go ahead, go back to GPT, and then we're going to ask, what does it think is the cause for Rivian to be doing so well? So we say, why do we think Rivian is improving in price? I really like that GPT will search the web, and let's take a peek here real quick and see what it says. So it says that it's gone upward recently due to several factors. Volkswagen has invested $5.8 billion in Rivian, aiming to leverage Rivian's advanced software and onboard computing technology. And then on top of that, the United States Department of Energy announced a $6.6 billion loan to Rivian to resume construction of a previously stalled factory in Georgia. That's huge. And then analysts have initiated coverage with strong buy recommendations, citing Rivian's unique brand, technological differentiation, and substantial financial backing as factors contributing to the positive outlook. So that's actually really good. Glad we were able to pick that one. So hopefully this one's going to be our ringer that actually brings us back some more value to our stock, because the other tech stocks have not been doing so well. It's really massive that they got a $6.6 billion loan. So let's check the source to make sure that this thing is not lying to us. So we see that it says Biden administration to loan $6.6 billion to EV maker Rivian to build Georgia factory. How old is this? Okay, so not terribly old. I'm not sure if that was clawed back or not. We do know that a lot of the Trump administration has gone and changed some stuff around, so I guess that's still in a place, since everybody's still not talking about it. And on top of that, our stock's going up. And then we can also see what it's saying over here. So how old is this? Roughly around the same time. So I guess most of our news is a few months behind, but because the price is going up, that's a good sign. I think that we're in pretty good shape. This is a pretty little quick update to what's going on in our stock portfolio. I'm pleased so far that we're actually seeing some advancement. Hopefully, as we continue this 6-month project, we're actually going to be able to see that we get better results. Obviously, there are going to be some things that end up happening where maybe we lose a little bit of money here or there, but hopefully in the grand scheme of everything, we end up actually being profitable. Again, this whole project is meant to be an experiment. None of this is actual advice or all those other good little things. I am curious to see if while we do this, because they're constantly updating the AI model, I'm curious to see if over time it gets better and better and better at making these predictions, or at least helping to explain what's going on. I have this video posted every Monday as we look to see what happens. I will also be taking the Google Doc link and putting it in the link below, and you're able to actually take a peek and see for yourself where we're at and what's going on with our stock portfolio. If you enjoy videos like this, hit that like button, hit subscribe. I have videos covering all different subjects on home ownership, wells, septic systems, even we're trying to get into a little bit of personal finance. So hit that like button, hit subscribe, and I look forward to talking to you guys next time.